'cause I feel so free now. Sometimes when you're here, I can't feel no doubt, 'cause you keep me where the stars are found. It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now. It doesn't really matter, 'cause I feel so free now. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really last night. Maybe I can make it right. Sit down closer, baby. We can talk about it. No need to be mad. Hate to see you sad. Yes, I know I'm crazy, crazy about you, crazy about you.
I know I'm afraid sometimes. I know I get drunk some nights. I know I get way too high. I just wanna live it up with you. I know that it might be tense. I know when you've had enough. It's just how I show my love. Darling, can I live it up with you?
Last night. Maybe I can make it right. Sit down closer, baby. We can talk about it.
Made a mistake last night. Maybe I can make it right. Sit down closer, baby. We can talk about it. No need to be mad. Hate to see you sad. Yes, I know I'm crazy, crazy about you, crazy about your love. I know I'm a flirt
ain't no stopping us. Fly without boarding pass. Couldn't catch me, I be moving fast. Call me a shooting star. Let 'em know who you are. Flying up in a bar. Wish on a star. Time to show 'em who's in charge. Call me a shooting star. Didn't even get to bronze. too far. Get to glass.
Like a broken soul in a wonderland without angels. This is how I feel.
I can't wait to leave this town, 'cause lately I've been feeling down. The cold nights just don't feel the same. Oh, like my life inside a car. Hit the button, drive real far. Put that record on me like, oh, I'm dreaming of you. I dream of a new day. Fight in the dark till we see the sunlight. My love, it's you leave this town, 'cause lately I've been feeling down.
Loot Bet, made for live betting.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Of course, welcome back to the UCC Summer Smash. My name's Over. I will be the caster for the day. I'll be your in your good graces, of course. And everybody, welcome back to the channel. Yesterday we had a splendid best of 3 that ended up with a pretty pristine victory for XCOM. Have to admit that it was a little bit unexpected the way it went around, but you know, they were able to close it out. We're moving on to our, next day, of course, moving on to our next quarterfinals. It is going to be Chaos versus Aristocracy, and it is going to be a pretty fun series to see how it plays off. This is the match that's going to decide whether or not these two teams will even have a chance of, progressing forward. Of course, this is the third quarterfinals upper bracket match that's going to be played off, and I have to admit that if Aristocracy lose and Chaos proceed, it will be the third team out of the 4 invited teams that will have been put down to rest into the lower bracket elimination bracket. So yeah, that a little bit of a statistics to play with. But as you've noticed, or as you've probably been hearing, it's gonna be only me for today. I'm kind of riding solo for the day itself. Kieran, unfortunately, is not gonna be joining me, at least not for the initial map. But it's going to be Chaos winning the knife. So there is that. They're going to be starting on the CT side. We'll be kicking off with the pistol round. I believe we're ready to begin almost. We are not live yet, just so everybody knows. Do not worry about it. Hopefully people are not losing their minds. Already, at least. By the way, if somebody might not know, the maps are as follow. Overpass, Train, and Vertigo. Of course, Overpass picked by Chaos. Train picked by Aristocracy. And of course, Vertigo, the third and final one of this series. In any case, yesterday was a long night. We finished at around midnight. So, yeah, it was a long day yesterday. Kind of prolonging the inevitable in the end for Avangar, but today, Chaos. I think this is the real deal for them. This is where they can show and prove to everybody they're not going to be letting themselves go that easily. They defeated Virtus.pro to get onto this map, or excuse me, to get onto this best of 3 to the next stage, to the quarterfinals. And losing against Aristocracy, a team that is arguably not as good as it was when they started. Of course, it is the, they were used to call, they were called the oh my god, I forget their name because it was good, but equally so forgettable. Basically, Taz has created a team a little while ago already. They've been very successful when they started. Arguably, they were Devils 1. Thank you, Razin. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Devils 1. Yeah, that's the one. Taz, I'll admit, they've done a great job so far. They've been very well versed in, at least being very competitive in a certain sense of the word. Relax. Oh, close call. He's able to get away scot-free. He's still kind of lingering on, though. Gets first. Shut down on D-Chup. It's going to be Mauzinho. It's going to be able to get the refrag. But it's still going to be Rowland, though, with a secondary. I guess that works out. Aristocracy. They'll be pushing themselves on towards A site. Let's see if they get them the bomb plant for free. And surely they do. Rowland finds a second for him. And that's going to be Aristocracy picking up the pistol round most likely. I mean, Chaos are 2 on 4 retake. 9 possible to pull off unless they're able to clear off the first angle and isolate Mouse and both Taz. Well, Taz will be caught. At least that goes well. bo3. Oh, I'm not sure if he spotted Mouse, but will be checked by Freddy. There's the kill. It's going to be Freddy to be shut down by Rowland, though. And a hat trick already by this man. And bo3, even with a kit, no time, unfortunately. He still gets a kill in the end, but it's not going to change the outcome, which is 1-0. Aristocracy open it up, and they've got themselves a great start to this first map. The map pick of Chaos, even. Yolinho, yes, that is true. They had a pretty good run on DreamHack. or in DreamHack. I definitely enjoyed their style, and I've casted them. The last time I've casted them was when they were still Devils 1, and that was a little while ago, obviously. I was pleasantly surprised by the quality they were able to show us and the quality they were giving out. And I hope to see the same today. I hope to see the same performance today. It is going to be a force buy by Chaos, though. Something that they're very much attuned to. We've got the Scout and Relaxer, classic. Both with the MP9. A few pistols here and there. A lot of utility given the circumstances. Unfortunately, no kit, but they'll make do. Against a P250, 2 AKs, and 2 Mac 10s, this could work out. Chaos, if they get the first entry, they might be able to get away scot-free. Relaxer, missing a chance to tag on to Meniz, though. Well, just as I say it, fair enough. Caster's curse, boys. Aristocracy, a minute left. They're taking their time slowly but surely. And it should be a bit of an A play. Well, Relaxer gets himself the first. He's going to be watching into toilets. He's certainly aware of the fact there's going to be more coming out pretty soon. Misses his shot, misses his chance. Freddy tagged through the smoke, and Rallen just sprays him off. The first hit was a random one. He hears the bullets hit, though, and that's when he resprays and gets the kill. Botan and DJL, this is a tough task ahead of them. They can get a few exit tracks, perhaps, but not more than that. And it will be 2-0. Aristocracy able to defeat the force buy of Chaos. This will certainly help them. Although, Aristocracy, what are you doing? A huge mistake losing 2 players like that. That is a problem. You shouldn't be trading it out like that. Oh boy. Oh boy. Botan even gets away with another kill. Now he will die, but... no, actually he will not die. Excuse me. I thought that he might want to go downstairs, but he made the right decision hiding in the corner. So at least he survives. That was a close call, though, and a high price to pay for Aristocracy. In any case, it is now Chaos on an eco. Their force buy wasn't really too successful, but an AK saved, as well as the Mech 10. They can certainly work out with that. Meniz going to be tagged as Relaxer's got himself the Deagle. And I have to admit, Relaxer, usually when he has a Deagle, he can be one of the scariest MFs out there. Botan with the AK. If they use it well, if they use it wisely, they can work out a bit of a kink here to get a free kill or two. Appreciate WM. How many more WMs you might have, sir, but I appreciate it very much. A kind reminder to everybody in chat that please do not spam all caps. Please do not spam long messages, because Nazi bot will automatically ban you, just so you know. Oh, I mean, time you out for like 600 seconds, so about 10 minutes, give or take. So don't joke around with that. And the maps are as follow, as you can see under the minimap: Overpass, Train, and Vertigo. It is Overpass the map pick of Chaos, and Train clearly the map pick of Aristocracy. They have a pretty good win ratio on it. It's an A play again from Aristocracy. 2 players too long. Relax at this time. Checked sooner rather than later. Pre-fire will work out, and that's enough. Although DJL holds the corner, not good enough. Pleasant gets one, but it's the only one he's going to be getting as D-Chuck closes him out. Botan, a 1-on-4. Ooh. Oh my god, the damage again dealt. Meniz is able to respond, is able to refrag, but holy hell, Aristocracy. They're paying a very high price to be able to get as far as they are getting. And here comes the full buy. 3-0 Aristocracy. They've got themselves, well, an up at least on Meniz, but it's going to be Relax and Meniz duel that we'll be waiting for. A bit of a lack of economy for Chaos, or at least utility. More than enough to work with it. More than enough to win with it. Freddy Frog alone towards toilets. Oh, good nade. Rallen Steps right into it. And that's going to be a great start for Chaos. The Swedes once more finding themselves an excellent start. And a slowdown. Aristocracy realizing that perhaps it would be smarter to kind of take it easy. You know, it's not like this is the French Revolution, where Marie Antoinette said to the poor people, oh, you don't have enough to eat, you don't have bread to eat, just eat sweets. Just eat, you know, sweets that are made for you by the chefs. And then they cut her head off. So Aristocracy, hopefully they're not following her footsteps. Freddy Frog. There is no double setup in toilets. This time only good for the one kill. Relaxa. Oh boy, relaxa. Eat the cake. Yeah, well, it's not exactly a cake. It's, in my language, it would be potitza. It's like a knedel cake. I don't know how to explain it. It's a bit different. Yeah, it's like... English doesn't really have a... Sweet roll. Yes, fear this. Yes, sweet roll. That is the one. Well, it's not specifically a sweet roll again, but it is very similar to that. Yes, sir, you are correct. But yeah, Aristocracy seems like they've been able to spread out the sweet rolls. Somebody stole my sweet roll, and it is gonna be Aristocracy. They'll find themselves a 4-0 start. What a perfect beginning, though. We have to admit, against Chaos on Overpass, it's not too bad at all. It's not too bad at all. Potitza, yeah, that's in my language. It's specifically Slovenian, but it's not bread, but it's... I mean... Yeah, it's weird. Not exactly an easy... European sweets are very different to that of the American or the British ones, for example. Sweetened dough. Well, if we have to be technical about it, when you speak about dough, you have many different doughs. For example, if you want to make knedel or something, you make a dough with butter. You put flour, butter, a little bit of seasoning with a tiny bit of salt, a tiny bit of, some other stuff you want to put in the taste in general, and then you put sugar, and you just knead it together. Then you put a full egg in between, you crack the egg, you put the egg inside, and then you just knead it together. That's how you get a sweet dough for sweet things. But if you want to make bread dough, you need the rye. I think it's the one thing that makes it grow. I don't know how it's called in English, actually. I think it's rye. I could be wrong. And then you obviously need salt. You need that. You need a lot more of water. Warm water, for example. You need different flour. There's many different things that you need to get a proper dough for one or the other thing. But it is going to be, of course... yeast, yes, yeast. That was what I was looking for. Appreciate it. Yeast, yes. Thank you very much. Well, I mean, it does help that I was a cook for almost 4 years, and I worked in a restaurant for as long. So yeah. Wojtek, oh, appreciate it, buddy. Love you. Good to see you again. Long time no see. I'm not German. If you guys are trying to figure out where I'm from, I'll give you a few chances. A few times to, No. I worked as an assistant chef in a, restaurant. McDonald's is not considered a restaurant here. It's a fast food shitty place, basically. End of story. Oh boy, many people are close to calling the correct country, but not exactly close enough. So, try again. Yes, Marduk, you're correct. Good job. I wish I was from Belgium, though. That certainly would be pretty nice to see. bo3 has the M4, though. The Pleston with the M4A4 as well. It's an eke around for Chaos, otherwise. Pistols and Kevlar, if you will. They saved the 2 rifles, so not much really they can do on. We do have Benice with... Oh, there's the check. Freddy Frog. What was that check, Taz? oh boy, Taz, you're throwing it away like that. Certainly could have been a little bit careful and could have pre-fired as well. His crosshair was completely out of position as well. Rallen, this doesn't go through 2 walls. You can spray the 1 wall, but not the second one. bo3, he's on B. There's support from his teammates as well. This could be held by Chaos. Aristocracy, 20 seconds remaining. It's a B play. And they'll be going towards water. And this time, bo3 will be caught DJL, keeping it alive. And unfortunately, he gets traded out again. It's a good trade from Pleasant. Back to a 2-on-3. And it's Freddy Frog from short. The AK in his hands. And the works will be done. 5 seconds, Rallen. He's gonna die before the time runs out, luckily enough. But it is gonna be 4-1. And it is gonna be Chaos finding themselves the first round. A magical pause, if you will, as people like to say in chat. And that will be Aristocracy dropping a very vital round for their economy. We can see that they can barely buy up everything they have right now. It's going to be Maniz without head armor. He's got the op. Taz has no Kevlar. He's playing with a Deagle. It speaks volumes as to how little money they had left in the bank and how much they lost in the 4 rounds they did win. Pleasant. A standard position to be checked, but Mouse is not ready. And Relaxa finds himself 1 more. Okay, I guess that works out. Relaxa gonna linger on. Gonna be caught towards toilets. That's a problem. Banana now cleared off as Freddy Frog had wanted to set up a double here. One thing to mention is the fact that Relaxa and Freddy Frog are very keen on setting up a double setup in toilet. They've got themselves the op. They've got themselves beautiful setup in toilets we usually see out of them. Not this round, of course, but still. DJL through Optimus Prime, trying to AD. Maniz finds Pleasant. That's an excellent pickup for Aristocracy. Rallen for the second. It's a double up coming out. It works out. bo3, he goes aggro. He's going to be spotted, though, and tagged as well. Down to 52 he goes. And M4 against 2 ops. How does it work out is a better question, but Maniz blinded out, and it's bo3 still keeping this one alive. And bo3, he's going to get both players. That's going to be 2-4 and Aristocracy. That's a pretty hefty loss. That's gonna have to be an eco for them, I feel like. This is $3,000 left for them. And that's more than enough to go for an eco. Wojtek, I've just read your Steam message, my friend. I'm not sure what you mean about my accent, but it's always been like this. By the way, I'll give you a bit of a hint, people. So many people have already tried to conclude where I'm from. Well, I'll just tell you. Slovenia, end of story. There you have it. Nothing special. Sholly! Oh boy! Oh man. How do you do, my friend? Long time no see. Eco round for Aristocracy, by the way. They're pushing themselves on from long. Trying to get onto a site. Obviously, just the plant is the goal here. Relaxa, though. He's going to lose his HP. That's a problem. He can't really go for a trade. So he needs to be very careful what he does up next. Wojtek, I wish you would listen to my advice. I said the Moo bot, the Nazi bot, will ban you automatically if you write all caps. So there you have it. Deservant. Appreciate it, Bonsai. Relaxa, though, reads the boost. This is something that Chaos have played before against, and they themselves have been doing this kind of boost before. So, obviously, Aristocracy, nice attempt, nice idea. Unfortunately, doesn't come to fruition. And it is going to be 3-4. A single round remaining for Aristocracy to keep their lead. Or at least to try and keep their lead. Well, Careless Mustard. I'm not sure how you come by that name, but I do like it. And Aristocracy. I know how to... well, I'm trying to spell it the best I can. It's very hard for non-native speakers to pronounce certain words. Please keep that in mind. And I'm certainly from Japan, that's for sure. Kirby, he's coming out with the with the big things. I'm from Japan, confirmed. But yeah, it's gonna be a, oh boy, what a nade. Aristocracy dropping 2 players down low to 66 and 76. Although Freddy Frog pushes long, the timing is perfect. Relaxa holding the corner. Oh no, Rallen. If he's not gonna check his right hand corner, he's gonna die here for free. Aristocracy in deep trouble. And well, Relaxa, he's got himself one. That's it, Dicha will fall. Rallen, Taz, and Mouse. What can you really do is a better question. Mouse does get a refrag. Taz, though, will be caught red-handed with the cookie jar open and his mouth full. Oh, good reaction from Freddy. And Rallen. AD till you die, boys. Till you die. Oh, I guess that works out. By the way, I see somebody asked, oh, Sholly, you asked, when did Kingwin change to Aristocracy? Oh boy, that was a long time ago. They've been Devils 1, excuse me, for almost half a year before they moved to Aristocracy. So definitely almost a quarter of a year has passed, or excuse me, 3/4 of a year has passed by this point. So there's that. But it's finally an eco round for Aristocracy. They realize that perhaps there is no reason to try and reforce rebuy. Ooh, a bit of team damage. Plesson. Oh, Plesson, boy. He's gonna fall. The M4 will not be lost, but that's a bit unfortunate. It's gonna be back to a 4-on-4. Molotov, 2 smokes. Make it 2 mollies, actually. They can execute B. Why not? They've got the smokes. They've got the utility to at least attempt some sort of an execution. bo3 peaks monster, though, and Mouse will be caught. Oh, Sholly, you indeed missed a lot, my friend. And I do remember you, by the way. Don't worry about it. My memory is actually pretty darn good. So there's that. Prince of Thunder. Be advised that Moobot automatically bans prolonged messages. Appreciate the support, by the way. Yeah, I know, that's crap, but we can't do anything. Aristocracy is the professional pronunciation, by the way, if somebody might not be aware. Aristocracy is the correct way to pronounce this. And I know I've been saying it wrong, it's just simply put, sometimes harder to pronounce it. But yeah, Plesson pushes monster, will be caught by Mouse though. That pop flash didn't really work out too well. Plesson blinded out as well. And that's gonna be, well, as I say it, Freddy and Relaxa, they're able to completely destroy the chances of Aristocracy. And it's back to a 4-on-3. Manise has the AWP at least. That's something they've got going for themselves. Oh boy. Oh, you gotta be joking me. And bo3 is good for the double. I wanted to make a joke there, but I couldn't. bo3, man, I love him. I love him so much. His name is perfect. The first time I've seen him play was like, oh, it's button. You know, you would think either a button, as in button, you know, the one you button your shirt with, or just button as in a bat. The card that has bats. I don't know how to describe it. My God. Yeah, so it was a bit weird. Then I heard that's actually in Swedish, bo3 is the ship, or a ship, or a little ship, whatever. I think he's a pretty big ship. He's carrying his team continuously most of the time, and the boat is certainly flowing pretty well. Although I could say even but could be correct for him maybe. But yeah, 6-4 Aristocracy. They've got themselves a bit of an eco round once more. I'm at 10 on Dicha. The rest with a few Kevlars. Oh, it's a B rush. I like this through Monster. Here we go. And it's going to be Pleasant that holds the line, but Mouse responds immediately. One Rallen for the second. It could work out here. Aristocracy have got themselves an entry, and Mouse will find a secondary. Okay. There we have it. And all of a sudden, it's back to a 4-on-2. This is doable. A boost into heaven as well. Taz. Oh boy, oh boy. Aristocracy. They've succeeded. They've been able to pick up a round for free almost here. And they can count their lucky stars with this. And the hold of B was a little bit poor. A little bit bad. I think we have to admit the fact that perhaps Chaos had been a little bit sloppy in certain moments when it comes to that defense. Freaky Hotspur, do you know Tio? Well, I am Tio. Nice to meet you, sir. Appreciate it. Well, it's pronounced Theo, but yeah, not Tio. Tio is with an H. I don't have an H in my name. It's just Theo. So it's Theo. But obviously English accent and all when I speak, it's hard to not say Tio. By the way, Jolinho, everybody loves Pago Knut. I know. I've said it multiple times before. Everybody likes them. Well, Dicha, an entry is his. On short, it's pleasant to be caught through the wall bang, as Rallen will... Oh! Ah! Rallen! Oh boy, thank God Taz was able to respond. That was a close call. That could have turned out a lot worse than it did. Taz will find a secondary. And this all turns on the head of Chaos. Certainly could have gone far worse than it did. I'm surprised they aren't able to get the kill on Rallen, because he reloads. He reloaded in the smoke. Surely you hear him reload, right? Maybe if they were hearing me cast, they wouldn't hear the reload, but by God, they should know there's a reload there. Or at least they should have heard it. A 2v3 though, a retake by Chaos most likely going to be attempted. A boost coming through, trying to spot, trying to get an early kill. Not really going to happen though. And Aristocracy, I think they've been able to pick up a vital round, as this will break Chaos a little bit. They do have the money to rebuy, but if nothing else, mentally speaking, this has to be a bit painful to endure. It is their map. See, this is what I'm talking about. He pressed the reload, and I understand that. Obviously, perhaps in the heat of the moment, you might not realize it, but he was shooting just a split second beforehand. So it is a little bit weird seeing the fact, or seeing that kind of reaction, or seeing no reaction whatsoever from Chaos. But yeah, 6-6, a rebuy. They've got the money to invest into the AWP for Relaxa. Oh, connector control. I kind of like this. Dicha will be the one to try and exert it. Freddy Frog boosts it, gets the kill. An entry to Chaos. Now they have to play carefully. Dicha will be naded down to 58. Chaos, though, they still linger in connector. They should be looking to aggress, move out of this position, or at least, if nothing else, clear one or the other position. If they get sandwiched in, they'll be in heaps of trouble. Although, Aristocracy, I think they have a good idea right here. Oh boy, if they actually get themselves onto a site fast enough, they could have prevented the rotation from working out at all. Perhaps even catching one or two of the defenders with their pants down. Relaxa. Oh, he spots one at least there. Now he has the information. Maniz finds one. Tears the second, and Rallen. Oh, what? That wasn't even in the head, but it's still aimed true. As Freddy Frog will spray down two. It's back to a one-on-one. Maniz, he's got enough time to plan. He knows that Freddy was in toilets when he was last shooting, so it's still gonna be a very close goal. A very close call. And Freddy Frog, he's got the kit, so he has time to play here. Oh, the timing. It couldn't be worse. Maniz, I don't think he's gonna expect this. No, he doesn't, but he still wins it. Pulls out the deagle. and actually wins the round. And Aristocracy will find themselves with another round on the board and effectively not yet breaking Chaos, at least. That's the saving grace the Swedish team can take out of this, but it is all starting to fall apart once more as Chaos. Man. I have to admit, they're looking like they did when they were in their, we could say weird period. They really had a bit of a poor performance period for a little while. They were unable to close games. They even got up to, let's say, 13, 14 rounds, but once they got there, it was either denied by the enemy team, they just got outplayed for the remainder of the rounds, and they lost it either in overtime or, you know, before even overtime was achieved, or otherwise were unable to close the round or the map itself. In either case, Chaos, I am feeling a little bit of that old pungent smell that can corrupt the spirit, I guess you could say. And we do have the AWP on Relaxa again, but the entries have not really been going in their favor. Neither have the rounds themselves. And another connector control play coming out. Chaos, I love the fact they're switching it out. With connector control, they've got themselves an attempt of banana control. Pleasant! Oh! That was a spray through the wall! A double! Oh! What? Oh my god, Pleasant! Oh, that was... I will report you just to make sure. I know you're not cheating, but I will report you just to feel better about Aristocracy. I mean, if I were the polls right now, I'd take a pause and I'd say, you know what? That deserves that deserves an immediate replay. Oh my, oh my. What the wow. 7-7 in Aristocracy, excuse me. That kind of hurts. No up, no 5th AK, Taz with a deagle. Things are not looking too sweet anymore, and Chaos certainly looking like they could be able to pick up themselves the 8th round and close out the half with success. Albeit with a single round difference, but it's better than nothing, and it's certainly better than being a round down. What a round to close it out, though, Pleasant. I am pleasantly surprised, Pleasant. And, well, Relaxa has an angle on 1, has an angle on 2. It's a shooting gallery. Relaxa finds 1, finds 4, and he's denied the ace. You go, Miles, you go. Doesn't really matter. Freddy Frog is there. And it's 8-7, and the easiest round that I've ever seen for Chaos ever. Besides the last one, really. Pleasant and Relaxa. Oh boy, oh boy. What a game we are having on our hands, gentlemen. And what a performance coming out from Chaos and Aristocracy alike. We'll take a short break, though. Keep in mind, the halftime will be seeing a short commercial break, so do not go anywhere. And, of course, a shout out to everybody in chat. Much love to everybody who's been tuning in for the entirety of the tournament, following the teams, etc., etc. It is my absolute pleasure to be able to bring you this game and this cast. And, of course, I'll see you guys after a short commercial break. Do not go anywhere, and we'll be right back. Right back.
Loot Bet, made for live betting.
And welcome back. We are ready to see our second half, our second pistol to be played off, and see how well Aristocracy could be potentially taking this second half in their hands. Either way, Chaos now on their best side, arguably. The T side of Overpass. They are pretty damn good on it. We can't deny that. And shouldn't be an easy battle for Aristocracy, and Ralen will be caught by bo3. Early on, Chaos open up with an entry. And it looks like it is going to be a bit of an easy one. At least for the starting point. Dicha. He certainly hears bo3. Relaxa. I guess he wanted to get his ass through connector, but denied, and Dicha takes the fight, actually wins the duel. bo3 caught. This presents an issue for Chaos. Second for Dicha. Okay. I guess that works out even better. Now it's all eyes on the 3 remaining players of Chaos. They're going to be pushing B. Pleasant is going to be able to snag 1. That's Stas to fall. 3 players through short, though, in Chaos. With the flank coming through connector, Relaxa. He might be able to work something out here. Mouse gets one with the CZ, though, unfortunately. And I have to admit that Chaos did play it a little bit too fast. They kind of screwed themselves over here. Back to 1-on-2. Oh boy. Oh boy. DJL, there's no Kevlar, but both players are so low. 1 bullet, they're both dead. Maniz. He can't. What? Maniz? Oh, you can't shoot that well, but I guess he does. I guess he does play it off. It's going to be 8-8 as Aristocracy are able to tie it up. Oh, we're back where we started. Should be an eco for Chaos. Honestly, they didn't get the plant. They can't really buy AKs. If they force up here, I'm going to be very mad. Very, very disappointed. And that's the case, it's an eco. So thank God we can talk with each other, folks. Now, there's been a bit of a period where I really couldn't converse with chat. And not that I minded it much, because I did have my good friend and co-caster, Kieran with me. So, you know, I didn't need you guys, yeah. But I do miss, I have to admit, I do miss chat a little bit. So there's that. That's my guilty pleasure, talking to chat, talking to different people. I do enjoy meeting new people. Ralen. Deep push. A bit messy. I mean, he loses an MP9, so not a big problem. Taz gets 2, and does eco round. Arguably not that bad, given it's a full eco round. WWM has the right idea, boys. He's got the right idea. 9-8, as expected, and a full buy coming up from Chaos. This is the round that might decide the fate of Chaos, as well as Aristocracy themselves. This is the first map and the map pick of the Swedes. And they cannot allow themselves to be completely destroyed here. I have to say that even if Chaos lose Overpass, unless they lose it 16-8, 16-9, 16-10, we should be seeing a potential victory for the second map for them. Although Train arguably is one of the best maps for Aristocracy, excuse me. It's hard to pronounce it. Yeah, the Slovenian comes out in me when I speak when I say Aristocracy. Because in Slovenian you would say Aristokracija, which isn't exactly a Slovenian word. It's a borrowed word, but yeah. Well, I hope Taz's men are up. Because if you're from the Aristocracy level, or from the Aristocracy people, you should be having a manor. And you should be having a castle. Angry Yelder, I'm not your father, at least not that I would know. I'm fairly certain I used protection. Oh yeah. Taz, ooh, gonna be blinded out. Good timing. bo3, he's gonna find himself an entry. And Maniz, oh la la, okay. Refrag is there, 4 on 3, excuse me. And all 4 players from Chaos moving out of Monster. They've got themselves at least a way onto site, but Dicha. Fair enough. A 3-on-3 left. Rallen. Oh, he spots the player in Monster. Going towards water now. He takes down Freddy Frog. He takes down Mani. Excuse me, Relax as Maniz helps him out. And that's going to work out perfectly. As Dicha has caught on to bo3. And it's 10-8 Chaos. What the bloody hell was that? How was that a push that was worthwhile even mentioning it? No support. No hold. No nothing. And Jerry Fritz. Hello, buddy. Long time no see. Yes. Almost. Close, but no cigar. I do enjoy good CS plays, by the way. Very much so. So, round number 19. It's Pistols and Kevlar for Chaos. They're moving on towards B by the looks of it. We'll be taking it a little bit slower. They do have CZs, a Mac 10, a little bit of utility. Yeah, actually quite a little bit of utility. A lot more than you would think of. And there should be enough to execute B, and here we go. It's coming straight through short. It's Mouse with the first and the second for... No, actually a second for Mouse as well, as he steals it from Dicha. Loses his teammates, but Mouse defends the angle. He's caught in barrels, unfortunately, though, and not enough time to reload. But Maniz... oh boy, that was a bit dangerous. Should have been a bit careful, but it's still going to be tasked to close it out in the end. And Aristocracy are able to save it all. It is 11-8. And it is a very, very well thought out defense from Aristocracy. But now the real challenge begins. It's going to be the first real buy round. No AWP for Relaxa, which is a problem. But we'll see if it works out. Oh, wait. Poles read CH as a hard H. So it's Diha. Or... Diha? Yeah, it's Diha, I guess. That's weird. But in Slovenian, you would pronounce it... In Slovenian, you pronounce all the letters. So, unless it's a Slovenian word, you usually pronounce it's Dicha. This would be Dicha for us, because we have a ch, you know? Ch is a C with the roof being turned upside down. I don't know how to describe it elsewhere. So it's Diha. Okay, so he's breathing. Diha means breathing in Slovenian. I always learn a few new things from CS, even a few new words. Diha is breathing in my language. So there's that. The entry goes to Chaos at least this time. And Allen gets the refrag. bo3 will burn a little bit, but falls back. Long control. Taz will be caught. Relaxa with the op. That's what I'm talking about. Dicha, excuse me. Gets himself one. Pleasant refrags yet again. Back to a 3-on-1 though. Dicha back to a 1-on-2. As he trades out DJL. He's caught now in a bit of a crossfire. Sprays down. Pleasant can't connect, unfortunately. And it's not meant to be. It's going to be 9 rounds to Chaos, and it's 9-11, boys. 9-11. 9-11, very good car. Ah. Can't connect. Yeah. WWMM. Indeed. It will be Pistols and Kevlar. The polls come to a breaking point, as the European Union has. The economy has been shattered, as the European Union has. Or at least most of Eastern and Southeastern Europe. DJL. Pleasant. It's all connecting, all coming together. And that's gonna be 10 rounds to Chaos, almost certainly. Double digits finally coming up in this first map. Yep, that Chirhara, that was a Dictator reference. Yes, it was. Awesome movie. I know it's goofy and all, but I still enjoy Sacha Baron Cohen. One of the better comedians in my mind. Taz, nice refrag. doesn't really change the fact this is still most likely going to Chaos. And Taz catches himself one. He's going to have to go for the ace clutch, and unfortunately, I don't see that. Ago Matiboro, I appreciate that you've sent me a Google Translate thingy, but I cannot actually listen to it while I'm in-game, because you would hear it as well. So I appreciate the notion, though. I'll open it up during the pause. By the way, just so you know, guys, in chat, CR, that's me. That's me, just so you know. So if there's a mod writing in chat, the mod is me. Please keep that in mind. 10-11 though in Aristocracy, they've got themselves a full buy. The up save on Taz will give them a chance to go for the double up, and will they actually pull it off? I certainly could see it. It is Overpass we're talking about here. A map that can favor it. But not going to be the case. We've got a full buy on both sides, and this is the real deal. Once more, it is a round that's going to decide the fate of one or the other side. The economy not looking too sweet on both ends, and truly it is important for either team to win here, at least in terms of economy. No heart attack, don't worry about it. I'm just writing a few things. All good, my friend, don't worry about it. Just unbanned a viewer, as he has kindly requested the unban. So there's that. A slow round, by the way, 27 seconds. Chaos, they'll be hitting A. They've got a full commitment set up for this. 4 players through Banana, 1 through Long. They're going to be trying to get themselves onto a good position and start to execute from that point forward. 17 seconds, time is of the essence. Freddy finds 1, Freddy finds 2. Oh no! Aristocracy, what are you doing? How did you fail that? How did you not get across? At least with a single kill. Diha as well going to be caught off, and that's the round gone. Taz. Oh, he hears them drop Pleasant. He will die here, but... Oh, Taz, please go for the ninja. Oh, Taz, if you go for the ninja here. Oh, he's got... Oh, yes, Taz. Yes, Taz. Yes, please. Freddy Frog, if he walks toilets. Oh, Taz. Time is everything. Taz. Oh, my God. He's gonna grab it. He has the kit. He has the... Oh, he has the time! He has the time! He actually had the time! Oh, that was such a close call. Half a second, maybe less left. A split-second mistake coming up from Chaos could have cost him the round. Oh my God, that could have been very much different. Nice try by Taz. Definitely a very nice attempt and a very nice try. Joey7, I'm not the observer, by the way. Don't worry about it. If I was the observer, you'd have a lot more issues with observing. Trust me in that. I'm very bad at it. I mean, I'm not bad at it, but I'm just... It's hard to cast, it's hard to focus on everything, as well as, you know, do a proper observing job. And he had the time. Unfortunately, he was caught too soon. Pleasant reads the boost, gets the kill, and Chaos... They've tied themselves together with Aristocracy. And it seems like we truly have the uprisings of France in the from the 16th century. Chaos are not giving themselves easy to the Aristocracy. They demand more. They demand rights, they demand money, and they, above all else, demand food in terms of rounds. Maniz, this corner has been overused. It will be checked by both. Yeah, it's a double check even. See, the one thing I hate is a continuous play from such corners. You can use it once in the half and then get the hell out of there. You shouldn't be abusing it, or at least you shouldn't be there unless you have a setup, unless you have a bait and switch ready, because then it can be unexpected. Then you might be able to catch somebody off guard. But otherwise, if you have nobody engaging through toilets, and if your opponent hasn't really met anybody through toilets, or at least engaged through it with anybody, usually that one angle is going to be checked all the time, and it's useless to be there. So you need either somebody on site that's going to be continuously doing damage, or at least trying to be a nuisance through a site, or somebody in toilets themselves to try and bait and draw the attention onto himself. It is going to be the full buy from Aristocracy though, and it is going to be the 4 M4s and an AUG. I love the fact we're seeing still the M4A1S. Respect to Diha and Maus. They know what's a good rifle and they take it. You know, that deserves a special medal, because many people today think that the AUG is good, and I'm not saying it's bad, I'm just saying it's not as good as an M4A1S. You can't deny that. And I know the statistics say otherwise again, but once more, the M4A1S cannot be rivaled with the additional 5 bullets in the magazine, with the silencer. You can spray through smokes, etc., etc. Just, I love it. It's a personal preference, and I know I'm probably going to be wrong in this, but you know, for me, it's going to be remaining as the best weapon, like the AK. There's nothing that can better it. A bit of a bad start here for Chaos, but they do get the refrag. Not for long. Maniz coming out from the woodworks, coming out from Pop. He's going to get himself 2 kills. Specifically from Connector. DJ Aldo, he's been able to sneak through short. Getting at least 1. A smart call by DJ Aldo that he does not commit to the site. He falls back. He tries to play it safe. Rallen, alongside Taz, they'll be making their way towards B, most likely through Connector. Oh, surely they heard the doors, right? Hodor? They heard the doors. They should have had. DJL and Boton. They've got a good idea, at least, as to what site might be clear, what site might be free. "14 seconds. Time is everything." Smoke deploys. Molly into heaven. Rallen. Rallen. What the what are you doing? Why would you peek? There was no plant. There was no need to peek. As long as you don't hear the plant, you don't peek at all. You don't even risk it. And Taz comes out from Monster, finds 1 good spray down Bojan to 56. A 1-on-1 still kept though. Taz, oh man, the man of the hour, the man that's probably the smartest on Aristocracy. Well, he's gonna be getting it all. Taz saves the day. And another tie coming out 12-12. It is not gonna be that easy. Aristocracy, they're fighting for survival. They've still got the support of the rich. They've still got support of the majority of the rich people. And yeah, this flank from Maniz, it was such a costly mistake from Chaos not actually having their flanks covered. And in the end, it cost them the round itself. But that was Rallen still making such a stupid mistake. I'm not sure why the hell he wanted to peek before the bomb was even planted. Before the bomb had been... or began to be planted. That was the problem. That's the only issue I had there with Rallen. Should have been playing a little bit smarter, because he puts the entire round in danger. If it doesn't come down then to Taz clutching it out a 1-on-2, that round would be lost, all thanks to Rallen. But it's gonna be it will be a rebuy on both sides. We do have Aristocracy with the op on Maniz, a UMP on Maus, an MP9 on Diha. Not exactly the best of positions. It's not the worst either. Rallen again, alone in toilets. See, this is the one thing I'm kind of weirded out about. Why the hell would you be alone in toilets? Goodbye. What the bloody heck are you doing? It's like Maniz fall back. Rallen should have fallen back as well. Like, this is such a stupid mistake. I don't really have any other way to put it. This is such a stupid mistake. It doesn't even make sense to me. Because, oh, Maniz, look, what the Maniz? Come on, you have enough. Why are you in toilets? Taz gets 1 again. Taz tries to save it, but there's no time. There is no room to save it. And Rallen and Maniz both actually are the reason why Aristocracy will lose this round. They're the two reasons, the sole two reasons they will lose this round. And they could have easily won it. First of all, as soon as we see Meniz and Rallon on long, I'm already having good ideas. You know, oh damn, I like it. It's a bit of a bait and switch. They've got the M4 in toilets. They've got the AWP towards long, watching the cross. All good. You know, it can work out like that. Perfect. But then Meniz falls back, and I presume they did talk to each other. Meniz probably said, "Yo, I'm getting the hell out of there. I need to get myself into a safer position." Rallon should be responding equally so by either pushing through toilets back towards A, or moving through long back towards A. Either way, he should have been going back. Afterwards, when actually Rallon got killed already, and Meniz decides for some reason that he should be taking short control, or specifically toilets control, that was his undoing. For some reason, he wanted to push into that position. He wanted to get himself into a better spot. And yeah, that's how it's gonna work. That's how it's gonna go down. Unfortunately, you get punished for mistakes like that. And, well, the punishment is pretty severe. It's gonna be pistols and Kevlars left for Aristocracy. Aristocracy, excuse me. Once more, pronunciation dies. Oh, man. I'm reading chat right now, and I'd reply to the majority of you guys, but when I read Caster, why you bet? Caster angry when Aristocracy losing, he bets, etc., etc. Are you guys literally retarded, or just having a bit of an issue with your mental health right now at the time? Because if you'd ever hear me cast, if you'd ever seen me cast within the 2 years or a year and a half I've been casting, I presume you probably heard me say that, first of all, it's unethical that casters would bet, but it's not exactly illegal if you put it like that. Second of all, I don't have the money to bet. At least the money I'm earning, I'm putting it into other things, basically. So yeah, there it is, I guess. How much did they lose? Everything, my friend. Everything. They're pulling my leg. Prince of Thunder, thank you for explaining. I know trolls are everywhere. I'm getting trolled. I do get trolled a lot, though. I will admit, I'm kind of a little bit too eager to talk with everybody. I'm kind of the guy that, you know, if you tell me something and you seem genuine about it, I'll believe you. I won't think twice about believing you. Because I take you by your word, because my word is my bond. That is my thing. If I say something, I'm gonna try and make sure I'm gonna be down to the letter of that saying, basically. So yeah, that's my kind of take on it. You know, so I kind of look at the world the same way. I mean, it's a wrong thing to be, and obviously it's not always the same, but if you know what I mean about it. Doesn't matter. It is gonna be 14-12 Aristocracy. They've got their last buy. This is it. It's their last chance. Losing this round, it will be the end of them. And this map will be going to chaos as, well, they did pick it. They'll be getting it. No AWP on Meniz this time. And we do have 3 players towards A. I love the fact that Aristocracy change it out. They've got themselves banana control established, or at least toilets control established. Now this is the play, or at least this is the setup that Chaos had been putting up for the longest of times on Overpass. And Diha will be caught early on. Meniz, there's the refrag at least. They're able to pull it back into a 4-on-4. Now they should be playing a little bit carefully, a little bit more safer. Meniz alone in toilets. Get the hell out of there, boy. You don't have support. You don't have anybody close range to immediately refrag you if you die. Now, the most vital thing I see many people miss, many people make the mistake in, is you get the entry, or teams at least, they get the entry. It's a 4-on-4, a 5-on-4, it doesn't matter. And then some of the players decide, oh, you know what, it'd be good if we go solo engaging. And the problem is there's no refrag available. Plesson finds one Meniz though from toilets. He's a surprise, and he's a welcome surprise as he takes down 2 players. But it's still not enough as bo3 is able to keep it alive. Back to a 2v2, Mouse and Rallon. Let's see how it plays off. 5 seconds, more than enough to plant. And Rallen reveals his position, so does Mouse. The spray down reveals that they're both there, so at least Chaos now have a clear conscience. They know they're gonna have to deal with only Bank and Stairway. Good nade, Freddy to 27. In Chaos. How do they play this off? How do they get themselves back into this round? Well, I think the argument here is just like that. Freddy finds one. It's Mouse to fall. Rallen, a one-on-one. Time is not on his side. Time is gone. There is not enough time at all. Doesn't matter if he had a kit or not. And it is going to be Chaos 15-12. As they will find themselves on the victory march. They've got the money, they've got the time, and they certainly have the momentum. It is the last chance saloon for Aristocracy. Aristocracy. My god. Maniz will drop a rifle. But it's not really going to help them out too much anyway. Double AUG, M4A4, and 2 MP9s. A single kit, a little bit of utility, actually quite good given the circumstances. And a last chance. 3 rounds in a row as Aristocracy need in order to win this second half to pull it into overtime. We're about to find out, can that happen though? Chaos. They started off so well. 30 Fog will catch Maniz pushing. And see, again, the mistake I see here is Maniz, you push. It's good. I don't mind the push, but why don't you have support coming up from Rallen? You've already committed a single player. At least commit 2 guys who can refrag if nothing else. And now Aristocracy, they have nothing to work with. They have nobody close range to either refrag. They have no map control that will be very effective later on. And they're going to be pushing long by the looks of it. But Freddy's ready. Oh, Freddy is ready, boys. Although he unscopes, he gets... not sure if he unscopes or not. Certainly... Oh, yeah, he's... Oh, the timing here is going to be impeccable. If Taz pushes out at the right time, he might be able to get a free kill. Certainly, if he hears the scope, that's a free kill. And again, a mistake. Chaos. They send Freddy alone. What are you doing, Chaos? Why are you risking it like that? 4 players from Aristocracy banking on the fact this is an A play dough through toilets. Goodbye, Freddy. But it's a B hit and it's a B take. And there we go. A 4-on-4 retake. A single kit. A Molotov, a nade, and a flash. And Aristocracy have a difficult job ahead of them. The bomb will be planted safely. And a full 4-on-4 retake off B. Daz, he's got the op. Bolton, he needs to be aware of the fact the op can be in the hands of Aristocracy. He cannot take the first peek, at least not immediately. And Mouse, he's going to go first in. DJL dropped down a little bit, but Bolton, okay, that's an important kill. On short, he clears it up. Relaxa gets 1+ in the second, and it leaves Rallen alone as he refrags on DJL. Back to a 1-on-2. Time is of the essence. He doesn't have much of anything available to him, unfortunately. He picks up the kit. And there's not enough time. The round is gone, and so is the map. It is going to be 16-12 final score. And Overpass finishes with a victory for Chaos, gentlemen. As they pull themselves together in the end, and they are able to close out at least the first map. A successful ending here for Chaos will translate into a bit of a difficult battle for Train, but we'll have to wait and see how it plays off. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the UCC Summer Smash. I thank you for joining me. I thank you for being here with me and enduring me. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you had a good time. If you did, make sure to follow me on Twitter at Overseer. If you haven't yet, check me out on Twitter. Wait, let me get the command in chat. Of course, a big shout out to everybody in chat for being out for the support today. It's absolutely lovely having everybody here. As always, it's a pleasure, and such to be able to communicate with everybody. We'll see you guys, though, or I'll see you guys after a 10-minute break as we get ready for our second map Train, the map pick of Aristocracy, of Aristocracy this time. And it will be the last chance for the third invited team to prevent themselves from being down 2-0 and actually dropping into the lower bracket elimination bracket. In any case, I'll see you guys very soon, so do not go anywhere, and I'll be back pretty soon. Bit of a bad exit, but yeah.
Loot Bet. Made for live betting.
Okay, gents, before we go into that 10-minute break, if anybody's still listening, there was a question, or at least a comment made by Oli the Stroop 1. Not sure if that he's a Slovenian or not, or maybe someone from the Balkan area, but you can say what you want, but I believe it is a little unethical to cast such games, Seard. You're a nice guy, but come on, loot bet, blah, 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 blah. Like, look, I'll say this, my friend. Unethical or ethical or whatever else, if you're betting with your own, you're making the decision to bet, to put your money on the line. If you're dumb enough that you don't have much money that you can work with, that you can throw away, and you still bet, then it's your own goddamn fault you don't have money to buy. Don't have money to buy food, water, or whatever else you want to buy, or bet for that matter. Keep in mind, betting comes from yourself. If you want to bet, it's not the team's fault, it's not the organizer's fault, it's not the tournament's fault, it's not the betting site's fault, it's your own fault. You put your money on the line and you bet on one of the teams. End of story. And that's where the argument ends. That's where every argument you put up with either games being thrown, with either games being busted, with either games being fixed, whatever else you might have in your mind, it doesn't matter. It's your problem that you're losing money from it. Nobody's losing money if nobody's putting money into it. Or at least you're not going to lose money if you're not putting money into it. And usually, I will say this, from my experience, within the 2 years I've been casting this, I have had quite a few games that were very, 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 very weird. And I was pretty much ready to say, you know, okay, that could be thrown, that could be fixed, whatever. But usually in this tier CS, in tier 3, in tier 4 CS, tier 5 CS, tier 2 CS even, the game is not consistent. CS is not consistent. Please keep in mind that the lower we go in quality of teams, the less consistency there is, and the less you can rely on statistics, the less you can rely on players being good in the past best of threes or series, the less you can rely on pretty much anything in the past. And that's it. End of story. And yeah, sure, they should have, but they didn't. It is the way it is. You can't say, like, it is the way it is. Hex Monkey, by the way, yesterday, that was a crash of the HUD yesterday. I still don't know what... Yeah, I know, by the way, Hex Monkey. I was casting it. I know. I saw it myself. We were actually discussing it with Kieran. And yeah, of course it looked weird, but who cares? Like, what can... Look, the thing is also, if you guys think something is going on, something fishy is going on in the scene, don't worry about it. Throw yourself on the page, do the research, find the evidence, present it to me, present it to somebody that can help you out. I myself, I have no power over this. I have no control of the people. Go to R. Lewis, go to Torin, go to anybody of the top dogs that have some power over the scene. I myself, I can't do anything. I'm in the same position you are. The difference is I'm on the one end of the mic and you're on the receiving end of the mic. That's it. That's the only difference between me and you. And perhaps I have a bit more experience in casting. That's it. The point is, when you talk to me, when you complain and chat about being throws and etc., nothing I can do. And I feel the anger. I feel the pressure, but just keep in mind, it is up to you if you lose money or not. Thank you for listening. I'm sorry for the rant. I just, every now and then I have to say that. White Collie, thank you for the follow, by the way. Appreciate it. Joza, I'm from Slovenia, my friend. Appreciate it. So anyway, I'll be back after a 5 to 10 minutes break. So don't go anywhere. We'll return with our second map.
The pain. we got history, yeah. And when you're alone, do you say my name or you say her name? Yeah. My love, it grows with the memories like a symphony. And you and we got history, yeah. Wherever love goes, there is also tragedy. When we're in too deep, and you and we got history, yeah.
I give in to the lesser fight. My body aches to be satisfied. My weakness comes and goes. My weakness comes and goes. I'm reaching out for the easy high. Please fortify this strength of mine. My weakness comes and goes. My weakness comes and goes. My body aches to be satisfied. My weakness comes and goes. My weakness comes and goes. I'm reaching out for the easy high. Please fortify this strength of mine. My weakness comes and goes. My weakness comes and goes. Weakness comes and goes, it goes, it goes. My weakness echoes in my soul. Oh, it echoes in my soul. My weakness comes and goes, it goes, it goes.
Loot Bet. Made for live betting.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back into our second map and potentially our last one. It is going to be Train, our second map, the map pick of Aristocracy. And it is going to be, as I said, a pretty difficult map here for Chaos, as they themselves have had a few issues before. And yeah, I mean, Train hasn't historically been their best map, and when you take a look at the statistics of Aristocracy, they've done a pretty splendid job of winning and having a great win ratio on it as a whole. I believe at around 70% almost. Yeah, 69. Oh, 69. Hey, 69%, boys. Whoop, whoop. Yep, 69. I love it. I know the joke is already tired, but whew. It's gonna be the knife round starting it off, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be, of course, our first real challenge here for Chaos, I guess, in a way. Overpass was a challenge, but in the end it made out to be a lot easier than imagined, a lot easier than thought, as Aristocracy had a few shaky maneuvers, a few shaky decisions. Their CT side looking a lot worse than their T. I will admit, something that I'm noticing when it comes to Polish teams is it is either their CT side that is extremely good, extremely hard to beat, or it's their T side that is extremely good and extremely hard to beat. It's never one or the other together. And hopefully Aristocracy, they've got themselves well pinned for this second map. But it's the pistol kicking it off, gentlemen, and we are ready to see how it plays off. Train. And Aristocracy, they find themselves on their home turf. A smoke, a Molotov, and a bit of an A-play. Smoke into Crossroads, pretty classic. DJL. He's going to be looking for a little bit of damage here and there. And the sound is a bit off, but it's okay. Taz finds one. That's a good start. It's bo3, though, that refrags. He's gonna die. He goes for the reload. Oh, bo3! What was that Matrix stuff? What the bloody hell just happened? Rallen will refrag, but it's back to 2v2 once again. It is Chaos that is pulling it apart. And it's gonna be a 1-on-2. Pleasant might be in a difficult spot, but certainly not an unwinnable one. And the boat carries again. Oh, snap. Pleasant spots both damaged, but not enough. Rallen will close it out. Aristocracy will save the round itself. They'll save themselves the trouble of going down in the pistol once more. And what a roller coaster of a round indeed. That was next level, I guess you could say. Next level stuff from both sides. bo3 specifically, hats down to him. If anything, Chaos deserved the win just because of his play, but it's okay. Chaos, they've got a full buy, 4 spy. 2 scouts, 3 deagles. Not particularly fond of the deagles, but it's gonna kick off well. Pleasant finds himself one, and it's an early start. Chaos opening it up. And getting themselves onto a perfect start. Keep in mind, this is Train we're talking about. A map that heavily favors the CT side. So if you get 5-6 rounds on T, you're in a pretty good position yourself. And should be able to close it out in the end, perhaps. Oh, DJL is dead as soon as the smoke fades. Freddy Frog goes for the big flank. It is DJL that tries to sway around the angles, but as I said, the smoke fades, and so does he. Goes into the Shadow Realm. And yeah, Henriksen, it is a bit of a tongue twister. Aristocracy. Botan. No hero plays today. Freddy. He gets away with a 1. But that's about it. Whew, this shot by Pleasant, by the way, very well executed, very well shot. Perfect aim. Full eco for Chaos. They've got 5 nades. They're going to be nading mid there. And perhaps they could have dealt a little bit of damage if it were a fast push from the poles, but unfortunately that's not the case. So, yeah, Aristocracy, they've got a good idea what's to come, how to play this one off. They've got a Mech 10, although Taz will find one. Oh no, Relax and DJL, they have got themselves 2 kills. Make it 1 more for Pleasant. Oh no, Freddy finds 1 more. No! No! Come on, Aristocracy, I had everything on you here. I was like 100% confident they should be able to win it because they already slowed down. They didn't rush. That's the thing. As soon as you see a team on an anti-eco not rush, you know, okay, they understand what they're up against, and then they just run out of main and get completely destroyed. Oh, what a waste of a buy. And that's 4 AKs that could be lost here. Maniz, I mean, 3 already lost for certain. It's only a question whether or not they'll get the 4th, or at least the 1 across. It's back to a 1-on-1. Pleasant, a USPS, and Maniz, smoke, flash, AK, everything in between. Oh, he was spotted. 100% spotted. And Maniz, perhaps expecting a bit of a flank. Pleasant, he's going to have to press the bomb to draw the attention off Maniz. He doesn't really have the time to waste to jump and to spot corners like this. Maniz, he's going to hide behind the box. This is a perfect cover. In the end, he still watches the right corner, and Maniz is able to clutch it out. What an important round for Aristocracy, though, by the way. It was a full eco they were up against, and they almost lost it. They almost got completely destroyed. Luckily, that doesn't happen, and they're able to keep themselves in the lead. 3-0, and the Polish squad, they'll need to rethink a few of their anti-eco strats, or at least how they decided to play it off. Need more support, if nothing else. But the full buy of Chaos is here. Relax on the AWP. Glass cannon, if nothing else. Certainly not a good spot to start the round with. But Pleasant, again, finds an entry. Once more, it is Chaos that get themselves a man up. And with a gun round in their hands, oh boy, things could take a bit of a wild turn. A bit of a slowdown. Taking their time in hitting B site. Freddy Frog will be the one that will knock though. Unfortunately for him, the knock is gonna be strong enough. It's back to a 4-on-4. And Dika, nice spray down. Denies Pleasant through the smoke from the back. It is none other than DJL. He's gonna win the duel, but drops down to 19. And Rallen again locks out bo3. As Mouse will connect on Relax. That'll be the save from DJL. Chaos. This starts to become a problem for them. They find themselves locked out of an important round that could have potentially saved their entire half. Instead, Aristocracy, they should be able to pull up a 5-0 here. Subsequently, could even pull out 7-0. If they win the next gun round, I could potentially see a very quick, 7-8-0 result for the Polish squad. And statistics speak volumes in this kind of case. Train has never been historically a good map for Chaos. They've never really played too well on it. So unless Aristocracy screw themselves over and they make some crucial mistakes, we might as well be seeing a victory here for them in this second map. But it's a long way from there yet. In either case, Pistols and Kevlar. A few Deagles here and there. Not much they can go on. Chaos. The M4 of the DJL, of course, is important and can save the day if it's at the right spot at the right time. But again, it's a big if and a big if. Yeah. Minute and 17 seconds. Aristocracy, they are aware what they're up against. They do not wish to risk their lives. Nice reaction from Maniz. So it is going to be 2 frags to the poles before losing a single player, and that's it. That's all they needed to do. Now they have to make sure they don't lose too many. bo3 gets away with 1. The only one he gets, though. And Freddy, the end is nigh. And it should be 5-0. Prince of Thunder, the chat is always nice when I'm solo casting. I'll admit that, actually, for the most part, when I'm solo casting, chat is pretty awesome. I love to, obviously, engage with everybody in chat. And have a little bit of a bit of a fun time discussing with everybody. OG Kush, good quality one. Yeah. Come on over. Well, it's very hard not to say it in a Slavic pronunciation, my friends. Keep that in mind. Some words are just too difficult to pronounce without an accent, and that's something that it's now impossible to get rid of. The gun round is here, though. Chaos, they've got the op on Relaxa. Four M4s. No aim for A1S. What the bloody hell is going on right now? I'm trying to figure it out how that's possible. Freddy will be tagged down to 19. Lucky he can get away from there. Arky. Is it Arky? We'll just go with Arky at this point, guys. Fair enough. I'll go with Arky, boys. I know the Polish fans hate when somebody's not pronouncing their name properly. Entry again to Chaos, though. And Dicha will be caught without a refrag. That's a bit of a problematic endeavor for Aristocracy now to try and remedy. Relaxa behind the site. He finds one. It's Pleasant for the second. Rallon will refrag the peak of Pleasant, but it does... Okay. Okay. I guess that's how it's gonna work out. I guess that's how it's gonna go. Of course, big shout out to everybody in chat being nice and warm to me. Love you all. Much appreciated. My microphone is a Rode Procaster. A big old dildo. It looks like a huge ass dildo, I know. But yeah. Close range, relax. Oh, bo3. I think he saves Relaxa here because of this play. Pleasant dies, sure. But they've got eyes on Rallon, at least no. They've got themselves set up against Rallon. Although bo3 will take down Taz. And it's going to be back to a 4-on-3. Once more, Mouse, Maniz, Rallon. They've got a difficult job ahead of them. And Aristocracy. They've got a big-ass problem on their hands. They're going to try and clear a few corners as fast as they can. Get themselves into a bit of a better working position, but the off angle, easy. Second for DJL as well. It's a tap away. And that's it. That should be 2 rounds to Chaos. Finally, Rallon, though, a 1-on-3. He snags the head of one at least. Second as well. Unfortunately, can't make it more than that. It's not a Shappy. It's actually not a condenser microphone. It's a classic dynamic microphone that is plugged in through an XLR cable into my Scarlett 2-in-2 audio card, and I have to admit I'm having a few issues with the audio card. The problem for me is the fact that the microphone requires a lot of power to turn on and to actually get all of it, or all of the sounds on. Oh, wait a second. Hold that thought for a second. Pleasant pushes into main, somehow gets a kill. It's an eco round for Aristocracy, though. Aristocracy. Excuse me, Aristocracy. Yeah, that's how it should be said. But yeah, the point is, the refrag comes back for RC. A 3-on-3. A few pistols here and there. Let's see if it plays off. And how it plays off. By the way, as I was saying, I'm having a few issues because I would need a more powerful or a better sound card that would be a little bit more powerful, that would allow the microphone to work a bit more independently. And that's why I'm going to buy a mix table. I'm going to be buying a DJ table with 4 channels that is specifically meant for, more than anything, for audio monitoring and for microphone adjusting, because right now I can't adjust my levels properly on all angles. So yeah, it's yeah, exactly, that's it, Shappy. But it's a great mic otherwise. I love it. Rode, in my opinion, one of the better providers of low budget microphones as well as mid-budget quality microphones. But yeah, other than that, 3-5 in Aristocracy. They've got themselves a good buy. A few Kevlars here and there. Dicha. The entry is his. Dicha, excuse me. Dicha, not Dicha. Damn it. Freddy, in the smoke. Oh, Mouse has been heard. He surely has been heard. Now, Freddy. Does he spray? Does he try to wait? Yeah, he sprays, or at least he waits. He gets the kill. Rallen did get the frag beforehand, though. So, again, it's back to a 3-on-4 and a save. Almost certainly by Chaos. They don't really have much of a choice. They let go of A. They have to keep what they can together. Shully, I'm not a rapper. I never was. I'm pretty bad at singing as well. Actually, I'm not a singer. Just that when I drink a few, then I can sing. But I guess we could say that when you drink a few, you probably don't hear yourself in proper tunes anyway. So, you know, everybody's a good singer when they're drunk. Ericsson, I'll explain the new money system, since you might not be the only one. But the new money system works like this. So, in the old ways, right, in the old CS style, if you win a round, you would get 1 round. If you lose a round, you would get 1 round loss bonus. So it would be 1,400 basic loss bonus. Then if you lose the second, it would be 1,900. Then it would be 2,400. Then it would be 2,900, and then it would be 3,400 maximum amount. Right? That's how it works. So now. And basically the old system is, when you would win a round, all the loss bonus that you've gathered up to that point would be reset down to the starting point of 1.4 thousand. So you would start from scratch again, and that would make the losses after 1 rounds, after consecutive losses in a row, really problematic, because it would completely break you again. And we are seeing the game develop here. Relaxa finds the refrag, sure. Dicha at 5 HP. Aristocracy, they've got a bit of a slowdown right here, right now. Ooh, Taz will be tagged. That's a close call. Dicha needs to be careful. So does Taz. So to finish my point is, and now with the new economy, with the new changes to the economy. Oh, there goes Boten. Ouch, that hurts. Relaxa spots a player heaven, but he's... Yeah, this isn't a play. Aristocracy are diverting back towards A itself. Pleasant has a good off angle. Rallen might not expect this. And if he doesn't... Well, I say that. If he wouldn't have, that could have turned around again back in the favor of Chaos. But it's not going to happen. A save almost 99% of the time. So I can finish my thought, basically finish my point. So now with the new economy... So like to kind of fiddle it together. With the old economy, you lost 4 in a row. You got maximum loss bonus. Now... and then you won one, you got 0 loss bonus again, or you started with 1.4k again. Now with the new one, you receive the same amount of money, but it works differently when you lose. When you lose, you no longer drop down to $1,400 immediately, but oh, bye-bye, jail. No save. Ooh, that's a problem. They can't rebuy next. Oh, that's a big problem. That's gonna hurt a lot. We'll see if they can snag onto Relax as well. And basically, now... with the money, and Rickson, I'm talking this for you. Oh, they take down the op as well, by the way. Jesus, that's so bad. Chaos, this is a full eco. It has to be. Maybe pistols and Kevlar, that's about it. To finish the point, I'm being interrupted by the game itself. Thank you for the pause, by the way, game. We have the time to discuss this. So now, the new economy. When you... are at maximum loss bonus, $3,400. When you lose, or excuse me, when you win the first time round with that money, you don't drop to 1,400, but you drop down to 2,900, basically, if you know what I mean. You drop by 1 amount. So the same way you got up to that maximum loss bonus in consecutive round losses, you diminish the same bonus, the same loss bonus, in consecutive round wins, if you know what I mean. And it works perfectly. It works both ways. People that complain about the new economy, for me, are the dumbest people in CS. You should be thinking that if it works for the enemy, it works for you too. It cannot be favorable only for the one side. It's favorable for both sides, basically. Yes, Enriksson. So if you have maximum loss bonus with 4 rounds lost in a row, and you win 4 back in a row, you're back to 0 loss bonus. You're back to starting point. Do you know what I mean? Like, each round that you win takes $500 off of your loss bonus. Until you lose again, and then you start going down. Like, it's pretty easy. I mean, it's a pretty simple thing. I don't know how it's that complicated that it's not understood. But yeah. One thing that this new economy allows is also an easier time to play gun rounds. And also with the changes to economy, now you don't start with 1.4, but you go straight to 1.9, because you already have the base of 1.4 immediately available to you. Also, the one thing they actually had an issue with that they fixed pretty soon after they implemented the new economy was the fact that if you had maximum loss bonus, so if you were at 4 rounds losses and you were having 6 rounds losses, for example, there would be 2 or 1 round stack on top of that loss bonus. So basically, you would win a round, but you would still have 4 round loss bonuses, if you know what I mean. And that was game breaking, because it effectively didn't break you at all. And that was the problem. That's the problem that the people had with this kind of economy. That's the issue. And no save again. Ouch. Chaos. Ooh, this hurts. This hurts a lot. So yeah, it's... like, I think it gives more energy to the game because it allows better buys, or at least faster buys. More buys as a whole. As well as... It gives, you know, perhaps a bit of a change to CS that is not crucial, or excuse me, that is not really that big, but then again, it's pretty big. In any case, it's going to be a full buy from both sides. Chaos, they've got the double up. Pleasant, glass cannon, relax. Going to be caught. Pleasant finds one. The refrag was there, but it's not enough. Pleasant the second, and Chaos, ho ho ho. Well, that will work out pretty well so far. Mouse on number 6 train. He's going to be caught by DJL, and oh, Pleasant, glass cannon. A hat trick to pull it off. And that will be 4-8. Rallen, a 1-on-4. As good as he might be, he's not going to be getting very far here. And this is Train we're talking about, of course. A map that is heavily CT-sided. Not as much with the new economy, not as much as it used to be. But it's already pretty damn well done, or pretty well done played by Aristocracy, as it is. The performance as a whole has been pretty amazing. 8 rounds on T-side train is the best case scenario you could hope for. No matter how it ends in the end. Freddy Frog pushes beats. Blessing from upper that peaks as well. Gets the refrag at least, but it's still a man disadvantage that Chaos have to deal with. One thing that perhaps people disregard too much is when the T's get an entry, and even if the CTs get a refrag, it is still favorable for the terrorists. The reason why is, well, the T's can decide to push a site with 4 players, while the CTs have to divide their defense into a minimum of 1 player and to a maximum of 2 to 3 players onto a single site. And that's the problem, because if the T's make the right decision pushing a site with a single player, they can isolate that guy, they can get the site, and it's an immediate save by the CTs. DJL pushes into Deep Ivy, gets 1, make it 2. As Relax and bo3 able to support it alongside it. Mouse back into a 1-on-3. Oh, Mouse, what a fast peek. Pleasant not able to respond at all, and it's going to be back to a 1-on-2 clutch by Mouse. bo3 and what? bo3 and DJL, respond please. The bomb's already being planted on B. The respond is so slow, it's pretty weird.
Bomb has been planted.
But it's going to be a pretty easy first half regardless for Aristocracy. A very expensive round though, indeed, that is true. And keep in mind, Mouse can still win this. He can still close this out. He can still get himself a victory here. Unfortunately though, as I say that, Caster's Curse again. 5 rounds to Chaos. FaZe or G2? Kafust? Honestly? 100% FaZe. G2 have looked shit. Or like shit at least. If I'd had to answer. But we'll see. I might have cursed them now. Pistols and Kevlar. The 14th and an eco round effectively by RK. Or RC. Liquid 100% winning. No, I mean, I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. Freddy, if he dies again here, this is B-side lost, then certainly hope to not see that. He spots 1, and Freddy Frog. This was the play that we wanted to see out of Freddy Frog immediately. He needs to stay alive until the very last end. It's a vital moment here for Chaos as well to keep more than 4 players alive, or excuse me, more than 3 players alive. Beniz, ooh, taking down 2 players is pretty good, doing quite a little bit of damage here and there. And another clutch round coming up from the Polish squad. Beniz, he was in this position before. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to close it out. So far, the only man that has won a clutch was Rallen. At least a clutch that mattered. 20 seconds and the bomb dropped on B. The round should be over, but I do presume Beniz is probably going to be going to try and run into an opponent, try and just die. At this point, well, dying is not really that good of an option as well, if you think about it. He's got a Molotov, a CZ, an AUG, a Kevlar. It's not as bad as it seems, actually, so it's better to save here. It actually does give him more money to save. The AUG certainly can be better in certain positions on the T side. And he can only buy the head armor and, well, a little bit of utility to add upon what he has already. So far, so good. Beniz, 13 kills in, though. He's doing a splendid job, and so is Rallen. Both leading the charge for their team. 6 to 8, and Chaos are not giving that first half that easily. The CT side's still struggling, but it's at least making it work somewhat. Relaxa gonna be caught by Dika though. Oh boy. Once more, it is Relaxa that gets caught, and he is not having the time of day. And Taz sprays down Pleasant towards main as he gets out towards Olaf Meister. Or towards Olaf, if you will. Manise shuts down Loco. Or DJL, Jesus. bo3 and Freddy. Not sure what they can really do. Freddy, nice frag, but it's Staz that punishes it. bo3 responds. He's fast at least. But it is going to be a 1-on-2. bo3 now. The boat. The bot. To carry it. And we all know bots have wallhack and aimbot, man. So, I don't know. This isn't even a challenge here for bo3. He's trying to predict if there's a player coming in from CT. Unfortunately, does he check connector? Well, he checks it, but not good enough. That's it. Goodbye, bo3. It was nice knowing you, buddy. You were a good man while you lasted. Presses the bomb, tries to pull a diversion, but Rallen, of course, slow walking behind him. A very successful half for this Aristocracy. Extremely well played, extremely well thought out, and it's going to work out. It's going to be one hell of a performance from the T side. It's probably the best case scenario that they could hope for. But yeah, on top of that bombshell, we'll be going into a short commercial break, gentlemen, on this half at 40 seconds in. We'll be back, of course, in a matter of moments, 30 seconds, give or take. But a big shout out to the sponsor of the tournament, Loot.bet, for providing the chances for even doing this. In any case, we'll be right back. Do not go anywhere. The second pistol awaits.
LootBet. Made for live betting.
We are back, gentlemen. We are back. It is our second half. It is our second pistol. It is the last chance here for Chaos to close it out 2-0 in this best of 3 series. Put Aristocracy as the third team of the invited 4 teams into the lower bracket already. And Manise, close range. He's gonna find one. Pleasant and bo3 refrag, and that's perfect. 3 players fallen. Chaos, they found themselves an early entry and an early success that they can work with. The bomb yet to commit anywhere. And there's no reason to even try it out. Yes, I did, Nerok. Yes, I did. Diha. DJL. Well, down to Rallen it goes, but even with Rallen in tow, even with him being the MVP of this current map, the outcome will be the same. bo3, the hat trick. And 7-9. So, to anybody just tuning in right here, right now, this is the UCC Summer Smash. This is the quarterfinals of the upper winner bracket. And the third best of 3 already we've been having in the last 3 days. Relaxa. Another one for Relaxa. It's all about Relaxa. So everybody just relax. As Relaxa's got this. bo3 and Pleasant. Easy. 8-9. First eco for Aristocracy. They forced it up, didn't really work out. So it's going to be a tie coming up, or at least that's what we should be expecting. Not sure why they forced up, but they did. And something that can safely be said is that the Polish teams do like to force up the CT side quite a lot. They find it comfortable, I guess, in a way, that they force it up, that they put themselves into weird positions. Dija needs to get the hell out of there. But it's an eco. Nobody cares. Chaos, they should be winning this round easy. Not even a problem at that point. So guys, I'm reading chat, and I'm reading the fact that you guys are talking about snooze. I tried that once. Not my forte. Certainly didn't enjoy it. Not too keen about having something in my mouth that burns it through and through. Feels like I have a hot coal underneath my lips. Edrickson, do not ask me what I took because I have no idea. I do not know what kind of brand. I do not know how. Like, yeah, just not my forte. Gignac.
Terrorists win.
Love it. Fair enough. Touche, my friend. Touche. So here we go. First real full buy. First real attempt on the Polish squad. It is going to be an AWP on Manise. Dija, second. No secondary up. Fair enough. It is going to be a few M4s and AUG. No kits, actually. That's a bit of a shame. Rallen could have picked up a kit. Certainly could have pulled himself together there. But it's Chaos pushing through Ivy. Oh my, oh my. It's a full-on commitment through Ivy. Let's see how it plays off. Rallen close range. Supported by Manise with the AWP. Dija, though, finds two. We didn't see it, but he still gets them. A third as well, and that's going to work out perfectly. Freddy Frog isolated with a single kill. Relaxa finds the second. As Taz will bring down Relaxa. It's down to Freddy Frog, a 1-on-2, and all of a sudden the bomb dropped on Red Train. That's pretty much it. That's Chaos. They'll be losing against the first real gun round of Aristocracy. Ooh. He's been heard. Yeah, he's been heard. They know this. They hear it all. And Freddy's like running all around thinking they might not be hearing him. But yeah, that's not gonna happen, buddy. Not gonna happen at all. Aliura Brenica. You're getting a little bit kinky about my voice, eh? Appreciate it. Certainly appreciate the love. Unfortunately, you're not my choice of meat. So, yeah, I mean, you can admire the body and the voice, but can't touch it. Freddy Frog. Oh, you gotta be choking me. Back to a 1-on-1. Mouse, 7 seconds. Not enough time really to plant nor do anything else. Just hunt for the kill. And Freddy Frog, he's got 5k to save on. No reason to try and die. And that's a lot of damage on the line of Aristocracy. Yeah, they were able to actually rebuy, and they will rebuy. They are able to do that, but it's going to be such a difficult buy to deal with. 2 UMPs, a third M4 being dropped to Rallen. And this round, or at least the round previous, was so expensive that Aristocracy, they can barely afford anything. This is a worse buy than their first gun round buy, and that's gonna be speaking volumes. Chaos on the other side, they've still got plenty of economy left in the bank. They've still got quite a little bit of firepower as a whole. And a slow round from Chaos once more. It looks like perhaps a bit of an A fake. Oh, Pleasant finds one. Dija, good refrag from Pop. He's able to stabilize matters because If Pleasant gets the second kill, or even if Pleasant just secures the defense of Pop, that's more than enough for Chaos to break it away. bo3 will take down Mouse, but Meniz again. Meniz from upper. There's 2 players in upper. Oh boy, the plant will be denied. Relaxa, what are you doing? There's nobody upper. You didn't even check it. Aristocracy. They're getting free kills because of that. A second as well. There it goes. Diha. Well played out. That's it. That's 11-9. That's 9-11 again, boys. We're returning the Porsche. We love the car, but we're just gonna buy a new one. A 911. The best. The best Porsche. Oh man, I love that joke, seriously. I know it's a stupid joke, but it's a good joke. No joke. No joke. James save, yeah. Classic DJL save. Well, they have enough to rebuy, but that was a bit of a foolish move going straight for the plant. If nothing else, they should have chucked a nade up there. They certainly had one available, a Molotov and nothing else. Well, they used one of the mollies. They had smoke, flashbangs, whatever. They didn't check at all. They didn't went try and clear brown holes. They didn't even have anybody on the flank. So, yeah, not exactly a good position to be in. Appreciated, Alyura. Finally, Relaxa finds an entry. It's been the longest of time we've seen him succeed, but oh, Pleasant sprays down Mouse as well. Diha again, the flank is there. Can he succeed with it this time? Yes, he can, but it's bo3 responding in seconds. And fast enough, of course. DJ Pleasant might be lost. But Rallen and Taz are alone in this endeavor. Taz going to heaven. Rallen, well, putting Relaxa into heaven. A 2v2 that Aristocracy should be winning. At least with the way they're positioned right now. They've got an excellent setup to work against the Ivy push. Rallen is going to be posted deep Ivy. Or at least should be in deep CT. I cannot do ASMR unless I'd go to the studio of my brothers. Then perhaps. Rallen, it's one. Still 1-on-1 though. Taz on site. Oh, he's going to peek. He gets a free kill here. Yes, he does. Oh, fakes it out. Taz. Oh, reveals his position. Taz! He's been duped. He's been played. It is Freddy the Frog that saves it all. And that will be the round back to Aristocracy. Excuse me, to Chaos, not Aristocracy. My god, what a well played out round by Freddy. 400 IQ Freddy. It is Taz with the 200 IQ and Freddy with the 300. Unfortunately, still a 100 deficit that Taz cannot make up for. And it's actually a reasonable move by Taz. He's thinking, you know what? He got the kill in Ivy. He's probably not expecting a second player on site. If I spray through the smoke, I might get lucky. But again, you could argue that certainly could have been a little bit better. Certainly could have been played a little bit better. If Taz had waited a few seconds longer, realizing, you know what? There's actually no plant. He might be just trying to dupe me, trying to force a reaction, which he did. Taz could have perhaps still won. Unfortunately not meant to be. And, well, there you have it. 10-11. Aristocracy. Another eco. One thing to add upon this would be Chaos are fighting very well. They're fighting tooth and nail. They're trying to make sure that they have the best of chances of closing out this map. And potentially closing out this series 2-0. If that were to happen, whew, we could be in... we could be in for one hell of a ride today. But in any case, the game will continue, and it is indeed an eco. A smoke on Taz. We could be seeing perhaps another pistol, perhaps another nade here and there, maybe a kit, a Kevlar, something of the like. Yeah, there's the Kevlar on Rallen, there's a few nades on Taz. Pretty standard stuff for an eco. Pretty classic stuff. Chaos. Well, I think it's fair to say 11-11. should be on the board pretty soon. Unless they make a stupid mistake and throw themselves at the pistols mercilessly. We should be seeing Chaos be able to tie it up if nothing else. Chaos is a ladder. Indeed it is. Chaos is a ladder you climb or you fall down upon. But he certainly is a ladder. Littlefinger with the wisdom, and then they did him stupid like that. Oh man, I'm still having harsh feelings about Game of Thrones Season 7 and 8. And Season 7, as bad as it might have been, it looks nothing in comparison to Season 8. Season 8 is the worst television season of all time I've ever seen. Just, I hate it so much. It's just, wow. And I'm an avid book reader. That's the problem for me. I come from the books. I loved the books before the series even came or became a thing. And the books are amazing. And I can't wait for the next 2 installments of the books. But holy hell did they screw it up so royally. And the biggest thing I hate about the series, is the fact that some of the character finishes, some of the character endings are coming straight from the books. And that's the one thing I hate the most, because now they spoiled the books for me. And it's like, oh man, I wish I never watched the series themselves, perhaps even. But yeah, just move on. Yeah, I know, J. I should have. I need to. 11-11, here we go, full bite. Rallen has the AWP. Rallen. He has the op for some reason. Fair enough. Little bit of utility on everybody. No kit. And this time, Rallen, well, he succeeds with an entry. Freddy too soon before the smoke pops. He dies. That's a big mistake. Chaos. They are prone to making mistakes like this. And I would like to recall on everybody's mind what I said on Overpass. Chaos do have the tendency to get very far in a round, or in a map, excuse me, then they are unable to close out said map. So we could be seeing this from Chaos. It is something that we've seen in the past multitude of times before. Tally say, yep, they killed the series. D&D, Dumb and Dumber. Dumbo and Dumbo. No, Shully, that's just, yeah, like, just, no, please don't, let's not start a discussion about GOT, because I'm gonna lose my shit. But yeah, Mouse, and not literally, just, you know, I'm gonna rant, and I don't want to rant. Pleasant, he's pushing out. Mouse is playing it safe, supported by his teammate Diha, but it doesn't matter. Pleasant, nice entry. Diha, does he get checked? Fairly sure he does, and Relaxer will find him. Chaos! Oh my, Chaos! It is a 4-on-2. It is going to be 12-11, or at least should be.
Bomb has been planted.
William, this will be your only and last warning. The next time you write something like that, a bait like that, I will ban you permanently. I'm not joking. Pleasant's like the cat you send out to snuff out the mice hiding in the field. And a big boop on the face will take down the op. Taz, he can save the M4 all he wants. It's another eco for Aristocracy. And it is going to be 12-11, making it 13-11 before long. What a... what a way to turn it around. What a way to start this second half off. Yeah, Rito, exactly. It isn't even a quality bait. It's not even a quality subtle bait. It's like a straight up, oh, you just say that racist stuff. Are you dumb, or are you a dumb piece of asshole? Well, that's how it is. Some people are just too dumb to know what's up. To at least have some quality humor, right? Because I respect quality humor. If you try to bait me with quality humor, I'm down. I'm gonna be, you know, I'm gonna be laughing about it. But if you try to bait me with that stupid stuff, you will deserve a ban. And yeah. Oh well. 5-on-3, and this eco round is not going so far. Ice and the wallow, and you come. I know. I needed to do that. I set my touche, good sir, touche. I knew what I was setting myself up to. I wanted to. 12-11, 41 seconds and counting. The CZs will not change the outcome. Taz is the only man that can actually change this outcome. He's got the M4, he's on site A, he's on the right position. He can actually set himself up into a pretty nice spot to perhaps save this round. Rallen will find the refrag, but unfortunately, Relax is already waiting on the other end. Taz will be lost. It's Rallen now to be isolated. And he doesn't even carry on forward. The M4. Well, as my good friend Kieran would like to say, or would have said, it is last chance saloon here for Aristocracy. They lose this round, and they will be dropped into the series point. Oh, it's a B rush. Oh boy. It's a full-on B commitment, or at least it looked like it. They're stopped as soon as they realize what's up, as soon as they realize they've been heard, spotted, or otherwise. They stop. Chaos, smart decision. They rushed B. Perhaps in the nick of time, stopped the push. And they've got themselves 5 people still alive. It's going to be an op on Maniz and Rallen both, though. The double op certainly can work out well here for Aristocracy. If they're able to translate the early few seconds with the double op into an entry, then we could see some progression. Then we could see perhaps a 12th and 13th even coming up from RC. Other than that, we'll have to wait and see for the execute itself. Chaos seems like they want to go A. Respect for that. Not an easy site to take, especially not in a full gun round. Smoke's being lined up for towards mid-site, towards back Ivy, towards connector. Gaming Katze, ja. Ein bist am Ivy. Aber Deepa finds one. Rallen second. Pleasant refrags. Back to 3-on-3. 2 players very low. Rallen, though, connects with the full HP player. A perfect start. As the 13-second mark has just passed, Rallen will be caught. Still a 2v2. Not enough time to really plant successfully and get the round afterwards as well. Mouse, does he jump on site? Yes, he does. And it's going to be Minis. That's going to be taking down Pleasant and Mouse, saving the round itself. As Aristocracy are able to keep it together. They're able to save it all. And it's going to be still a 1-round difference remaining. Now, Chaos. They've got themselves a full buy. They've got themselves a proper full buy. They got the money. They got everything they need. Whilst for Aristocracy, once more, it was a very, very high price they paid to win the round itself. And they have the double up coming up. They have the 3 M4s, excuse me. A little bit of utility here and there. But a nail biter indeed, Henriksen. And here we go. Maniz, tags onto bo3. He's already out of Olof. Not sure if they realize this. They should, though. And they certainly should be checking it. And Dicha's ready for the fight. As bo3 throws his life away for free. Chaos, they're prone to making mistakes like that. They're prone to making mistakes of solo peaks and such and such. And keep in mind, this map is the choice of Aristocracy. Lose it, meaning losing this best of 3. Freddy will find the refrag. Dicha, for some reason, in the smoke, though. You gotta be joking me, Dicha. You have a man advantage. Why would you wait in the smoke? You're holding Ivy. You're holding one of the vital points on this map, yet you're still allowing yourself to be caught in the smoke like that. Taz, close in mid. Does he get checked? Oh, wait, no. DJL's above him. I thought he was actually entering into main, but yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a B play by the looks of it. The timing here has to be impeccable if they want to hit site B without losing a single player yet. About to find out how it goes. Maniz, he can't miss this shot. It's a vital one. If he drops the bomb, then he delays the entire push for a few seconds longer. DJL first out. Here we go. The timing has to be perfect. And Maniz gets one, but it's Pleasant. The refrag is available. 20 seconds. The plant is down now. Aristocracy. A single flash. 2 kits. A saving grace with the 2 kits. But Freddy Frog. Oh boy, he's posted deep CT. You gotta be joking me. This is a huge problem. The money for Chaos is abundant. They don't care if they lose this round. I mean, they won't be too affected. Aristocracy on the other side. They lose this. They can't afford a full buy. This is vital. They have to take it in their hands. And it's Freddy Frog with 1. And there's the second for Pleasant. And there it is. Pleasant finds the hat trick. And the 14th of Chaos. Aristocracy. Their economy comes tumbling down. They are broken in half. They are on crutches. They are on their last leg. It is a save. It is an eco. They know that the problem here is the economy. If they had only one more round to work with, only one more round, they would have been able to somehow make something out of it. Or a buffer round if nothing else. Ooh, Taz will take down 1. But it doesn't matter more than that. And that is series point coming up, gentlemen. And Chaos on the T side of train, that side and the map they do not particularly feel too comfortable on, too good on. They're starting to grind it all back together. Oh my lord, what a game we are having, gentlemen. What a series we are having. And in the end, Relaxa's waiting for the push. Speaks volumes as to how well attuned they are to this game. By the way, Chaos, they lost this first half 6-9, or 9-6 if you look at it from the point of Aristocracy. Now, they were able to pull up 9 rounds. Yeah, 9 rounds as a whole on their T side. An amazing, amazing feat already. And this is it. This is the final frontier. The last buy. The op on Maniz, a glass cannon. Diha with the secondary. The rest with utility and weaponries. A single kit on Diha. And by the looks of it, Chaos is playing a bit of a default. They got themselves a very nice setup. Looking to take control of Deep Ivy and even Brown Holes. Oh, Taz pushing into main. Does he want to push forward? If he pushes forward and gets caught here, that's going to be the undoing of Aristocracy as a whole. Surely Taz is aware of that, and hopefully that's not going to come through. The timing has to be perfect. DJL close range. Pop flashes himself in. Not really going to work out. There's the second. Taz wins the duel. An important victory. As Pleasant spotted in Pop. Needs to get the hell out of Dodge. Chaos lose the entry once more. It is Aristocracy with 3 rounds in a row they have to pick up if they want to win themselves at least overtime chance. Mouse? No! Maniz and Mouse. They get 1, but that's not enough. 3 on 3. Yet again, B-side is lost once more. It is Freddy from the flank again. Oh boy, what a series this has been. Rowland finds 1. It's Botan to fall. The plant gonna go down on the opposite side. There's enough time to plant? Yes. But Freddy Frog, a 1-on-1. Excuse me, a 1-on-3. What am I saying? Oh, if he jukes. No, he doesn't juke. Rowland checks him. Thank God for Aristocracy's clear mind. And they're able to realize there's probably a flank behind them, but what a nail-biting round again, wouldn't you say, Henriksen? And yeah, it's gonna be another rebuy by Chaos. They've got money for days. They've got money until the very end of this map. That's it. They've got more than enough economy to be able to buy until the very end of this map. 15-13 Aristocracy. No double up, but Maniz has 1 at least, if nothing else. Oh, Freddy Frog. The entry is his. And so is the position Chaos play from. Putting themselves into an extra juicy spot. With the entry on their side now, Aristocracy might feel bound to push, and Diha, he's pushed Pop before. If he goes above and beyond, if he tries to go too deep, he could be caught himself. And the beauty of CS indeed is the fact that every single mistake can cost you everything. A small mistake can cost you everything. There we go. It's another B play. There's 2 players to defend. Mouse loses the duel, not even winning. Freddy finds the second. And it's Deecha and Taz. This is it. Unfortunately, I am sad to say this, but it's Aristocracy. I think this might just be it. Taz and Deecha. The old gods and the new gods. Or the old god and the new god. Let's see if they can retake this. 2v4. Deecha certainly making it a little bit more competitive, but it's down to Taz. Victor Voitas. This is it, my friend. And unfortunately, it is not meant to be, and Aristocracy will be the 3rd invited team into the UCC Summer Smash that will already be depleted of the chance of going straight to the semifinals, drop down into the lower bracket, up against Ancient, I believe. Oh lord, what a game, what a series we've been having, and that is just a problematic and a half position to be in, and what a series indeed. 2-0 and Chaos. They take it home. They take it completely out of this world. Unexpectedly on train even. And that's going to work out perfectly for them. It leaves Aristocracy wanting for more, but... Well. I have to say, the old guard is certainly surprising me above all else. And Chaos, well, now they wait to see who's going to be playing against Norderwind. I myself actually do not know who Norderwind will be playing against, so please don't ask me because I have no idea. But that's going to be it for today. No more games lined up for us as far as I'm aware. This was the only match of the day for the UCC Summer Smash. We return on Sunday, the 23rd 3rd of June. So, gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the cast. I hope you enjoyed the games as much as you could. I hope it was fun for you as it was for me. I certainly had an awesome time. And above all else, I would like to bid you all, well, a very enjoyable weekend, a very nice weekend as we have it. Today, of course, is Friday, so make sure to drink responsibly and have fun responsibly. Don't get too drunk, don't get too killed, or at least too battered. But until Sunday, until the 23rd of June, I bid you all farewell. And I'll see you guys coming on the next broadcast with the UCC Summer Smash on the next stage. Until then, have a good one, and bye-bye.
Bet. Made for live betting.
Turn it on.
cold nights just don't feel the same. Oh, like my life inside a car, hit the button, drive real far, put that record on me like. I'm dreaming of you, I dream of a new night. Fight in the dark till we see the sunlight. My love, it's you and I. Close, close, and could ride this fight. So reach for the stars, 'cause we're aiming high. You can't wait to see me now, 'cause lately you've been feeling down. You lay awake alone at night. Oh, like your life inside a car. Forget the world and drive real far. Put that record on again. Oh, my love, it's you and I. Close, close, and come back this fire. So reach for the stars, 'cause we're aiming high. I'm dreaming of you, I dream of a new night. Fight in the dark till we see the sunlight. My love, it's you and I. Close, close, and come ride this fight. So reach for the stars, 'cause we're aiming high. I can't wait to leave this town. Wait to leave this town, 'cause lately I've been feeling down. I can't wait to leave this town, 'cause lately I've been feeling down.